What's up? What's up? What's up? How are we doing today? Beautiful people, as I always say. Hi, my name is Tamara Monique Walker, also known as F.I.A, which is F-I-Y-A. It means faith is your answer. I want to talk to you today about prayer. But before we get into prayer, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. See, first we'll start with, I'm 60 years old, my age. Okay, life hasn't been always good to me at all, be honest. From the time I feel like I was born, I was robbed of a lot of things. First off, my father was an Air Force man, so I didn't get the privileges of being that Air Force bride. My mom was taken away from me at only 9 years old, or maybe 8. Okay, then my identity. We go to court, find out that the name that we always thought we were, our last name, wasn't. So my sisters and I was each given a different name except for our baby sister. So there goes the identity issue crisis that you go through trying to figure out then who the heck am I? Then you're discharged into so many different foster homes. Within a 3-year span, I have been in 8 different foster homes, meaning 16 different parents to influence their beliefs, their biases upon us. It's a lot. But in one of my foster homes, the worst of the worst that could happen to anybody did happen. At the age of 9 years old, my very first foster home, there was horses. I loved the horses. I'd go out there to the stalls. But one day I go out there to the stalls, and the foster boys that were in that home decided to follow me. They gagged me with a sock, while 2 of them held my wrists down, and they each took their turns. Never no counseling for that. Not for my mother's death, not for the rape, not for all of the crazy influences and the verbal abuse and somewhat physical abuse, ever. And to make matters worse, my last foster home I enter, they have family in Louisiana. They are in Paris, California. So every year they always gathered all the family that was in the California, on this side, LA, San Bernardino would get together in cars and would go to Louisiana, Baton Rouge, or some other places, can't remember. And so we're their foster kids. So guess what? We get to also, this particular year, go there with them. On the way back, my foster father fell asleep at the wheel. Bless his soul. Well, I winded up breaking my neck, but no one knew it. See, the miracle is when I woke up, I was the last one out the car because the lever to you lift up that hook to make the front seat go forward so you can get in the back. Well, we didn't have a cap on it, so it was like this metal hook. And as the Cadillac was spinning around, it got in my knee. So my father had to disengage that hook literally out of my knee. I remember him saying, "Get out." I remember saying, "I can't. My knee is stuck." And I remember him saying, "Oh my God." And I remember him, I don't remember anything anymore. I think I went into shock. He disengaged me. I do remember he disengaged me. I do remember seeing my sister with blood dripping down her head. She had a gash, my baby sister. Next thing I remembered is I woke up in a hospital and there was a cast on my leg, but I didn't know anybody. I didn't know what happened. I didn't recognize anybody. But after some hours, things started coming back to me. So I didn't have a full-time memory loss. But they didn't know I broke my neck. They didn't know that my neck was broke either. So guess what? There's a cast on my leg. I got crutches and back on the road to California. And this was in Arizona, by the way, when that happened. So I just remember being in so much pain, to the point to where I was only 13. My foster father, I remember they stopped at like a little store. I said, "Please, can I have a beer?" I don't even know why I asked for a beer. He looked at me and said, "What?" I didn't know what else to say. I just needed a beer. I don't know why. I'll never forget it. Be that as it may, moving right along, the whole night was excruciating for me. They, in the bed, I was in pain. They pumping all these pain pills. The next day, it was so bad. The next day, it's like, take me to the hospital. We got to see something's wrong. They must have missed something. Paris, where I'm from, was living at the time. It's only one hospital. There was no room in the inn. We had to go out to Riverside. Go there, they take x-rays of me. They couldn't find anything. And so before we left the hospital, though, this surgeon, I say angel, happened to walk by. And I guess my x-rays were still hanging. And he noticed it. And next thing I know, gurneys, IVs, they were, "Excuse us, wait, you can't go." I'm on a gurney and I haven't seen home for the next 5, 6, 7 months or so. I had to learn how to walk all over again. They told me I was not supposed to be walking at all. Did I believe in God? Did I believe in God? Yes, I know I believed in something at that young age. But I wasn't really sure what it was. But I just knew that there was something. So anyway, be that as it may, what I want to say today is I'm somebody that survived a lot of things. Teenage pregnancy at 15 years old. Prison from selling methamphetamine and using methamphetamine. Experimenting with crack, cocaine, cooking it up, smoking it. Because I didn't like snorting it. Oh, yeah. And I praise God today that I don't look like what I was and what I've been through. I want to get into prayer now. And yeah, I always went to church and all my life did what everybody told me to do, their way. But I was always this kid that felt different though. I break my neck. I can move my head. 2 people I know have the same accident and they have to move the whole body. So I always felt there was just something different. And we all should feel that there's something different about us because it is. We each and every one of us have something different about us. And the things that we go through in life, it's just not for you, it's for somebody else, but it's for you to get through so you can help someone else get through. So that's what I want to do today, is I want to bring something to you that you may not be used to, because religion has put us in so many levels of being spooked about even our own minds. So we've never even got to know who we are on the inside and where God really is. We've been taught that it's outside of ourselves. Well, yes. I mean, we have our universe that's alive and we have nature that's alive. And who is the creator of that? The energy and the frequency. If God is omniscience, why aren't we taught that? So I was always in trouble because I was always asking questions. I just never was this type of person that could just believe. And I got older and older, and things just, I'm sorry, it didn't make, I ain't sorry, unapologetically, things did not make sense to me. And every time I would ask an adult, they would say, you don't question God. And I'm going, wait a minute. Why not? Why not? Wouldn't God have the answer? Oh, you don't have the answer. So y'all would say these, you feel me? So without getting into too much, then I learned to pray. Pray, pray without ceasing. Pray, 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 pray. And then I would see other people pray and have their faith believing something. But just, to be honest, certain things you just, I wonder what happened. And then I would say, isn't something contradictory? Because if we are supposed to speak things into existence as though they are, why are we pleading and saying, please, hope, show me, if we have already the answers? If the power, life and death, they tell us is in the power of the tongue. So why are we contradicting ourselves by pleading, Lord, please, I need you. I need you now, when you already have them? You've already been given power, dominion, and authority over your circumstances, and have been told to speak things as though they are. So a man thinketh, so a man is, right? Then we're taught there's the bread of life, then the water of life. And the word is life, and it can be death. Words are powerful. Okay. We're powerful, right? But we're taught, no, we're not. You're taught you're dirty, filthy rags and that you're nothing. So isn't that contradictory? And here I come. Why did all these questions? So I went on a journey spiritually myself, got away from religion. I learned the difference. And I went and I sought these answers for myself. I sought these answers out and researched. Because after all, it's intimate. I'm being led from the inside. And that's where I found the truth. So I want to give you some tools to help you. That has helped so many, that the Holy Spirit, is the energy, has a Spirit of the Lord, has allowed and showed me, even during some research. Learning that the human body is about, what, 75, I've heard 75 or 95, can't be 95% water, so I'll say 75% water, the human body itself is. We have to drink water, period. We're different than a tree. You have to water the plants. We are a live plant. If you look in the palm of your hand and compare that with the branches, the twigs, and you will see a Y. A lot of times in our hand, a letter Y. You look out in a naked tree and you will see the same connections. So when I did the research of the Japanese, I believe Japanese or Asian doctor Yamoto, I might be saying his name wrong, and they did an experiment with water. Water has memory. And if you don't know the ecosystem of your mind and your brain, and how you have the two butterflies, the hemiphobes, I know I'm saying it wrong. You have your pineal gland, thyroid, all of this stuff. we probably don't know anything about. Most of us didn't. I didn't, but I had to learn some of it. And one of the things that I have learned that we do, that pineal gland that is inside of your mind has a bed of water that it sits on. That's how your dreams, your visions, how you see things and hear things when you don't use these eyes, these ears, and no one is speaking to you. You're within yourself. And everyone agrees that we have tuition, but people are so spooked when you use the word third eye, which I don't understand because I've researched the pineal gland and it does have a retina. It literally lights up at night, go throughout your body, and fulfills the secretions that the body needs from the spinal cord, I'm sorry. Okay? Your melatonins, your serotonins. I mean, this is what that thing does. It goes through your body while you are asleep and restores you. It has memory. So when I understood and learned about quantum physics, quantum leap, I was like, you're putting visualization is powerful. Speaking is powerful. Water is life. You were grounded to the earth. You see, so let me just go on and get to what I want to say. This particular tool, as you can see, I have me a little mini altar. A lot of churches that got shut down. So what do? You don't stop. But I was showed, okay, my home is my sanctuary. And I love candles and I things I love, right? So I place before me things of beauty that I love. And I light my candle. And I have 2 glasses of water here. First glass, I deal with anxiety. So my current state, and whatever yours is, you do this one at a time as often as you want. But speaking into the water, it's not pleading. You're getting out first your negative current state. Example, my current state is anxiety, that I have anxiety. My current state is my anxiety rises up when it doesn't need to. My current state is my anxiety will get me stuck and I won't know what to do sometimes. My anxiety can make me react or say things that is unnecessary. My anxiety can put me in a worry or a panic when I don't need to be. My anxiety is holding me back. I got out all of my current state about that situation, and I stayed focused on just my anxiety. And you take that water and you pour it in a fresh glass. Set your intentions on your desired state as you reflect on that current state you just spoke out of yourself. Mine was anxiety. Yours could be fear, procrastination, or anything. But my desired state is I don't have anxiety. My desired state is my anxiety doesn't put me in a panic. My desired state is I see myself handling situations calmly, speaking with confidence, and without fear. My desired state is there is no anxiety. That's the water you drink. That water will infuse with the water that's already in my body. I won't have to deal with anxiety. This is an oil. You have a favorite oil. To stay in my desired state. How sweet it is. You see what I'm saying? Meditate in that desired state. See yourself free from that thing that might be holding you back, no matter what it looks like or no matter what's going on. This is a Palo Santo stick. It has a scent that when I light it, it just takes me to a place just like when I smell the sweet oil. Again, a lot of us don't realize that this gets left out. It's so used to smelling what? Food, poop, being honest, farts, you know what I'm saying? Gas, fumes, oils, perfumes. But what about just nature? What about giving yourself something that you never thought about to wake up another level of your senses? See, we create our beauty. We are in control. We were given power, dominion, and authority. I got out of prison in 1995. I haven't looked back. I learned to trust in myself, the gifts, the talents that I was given. They were specially designed for me, and to be appreciative of them and not try to be like anybody else. I am not my past. Yeah, those things happened and I went through them and I got through them. And with faith and trust, with what you see, with what you hear, when you know it's right within you and you know, you have to know, that's the God within you. You have the authority to change and to be the change you want to see. You just have to see it. You take the time to get to know you. Not what anyone else is telling you about you, but listen to the God within you. And don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid if, excuse me, you know, if you're like, somebody might think I'm conceited. Somebody might think this. Somebody might think, look at her, she thinks she's cute and all that type of stuff. Well, if they think that and they say that, then they should be glad you cute. You is that. But again, on the for real side, speak your change. You want. Get out what's real, what's current, what you're dealing with. Talk about it. Get it out. Go to the water. You know, you gotta understand something. Water powerful. Very powerful. Baptismals. They do a gallon in a gallon bag, you know, water balancing, you know, lay on your back and kind of balance your body out with warm water in a gallon bag, you know, on your stomach and just balance yourself out, they say. I had that experience. It was really a really nice experience, to be honest, because the water in the bag will balance itself with the water that is in your body. It's amazing. So anyway, you guys, excuse me. Probably need some more water. But I just really hope that this works for you. You try it. Um, you have to see yourself. Even in Habakkuk, the Bible, in Habakkuk 1 and 2, it says, write the vision, make it plain, so when the people read it, hear it, see it, they could run with it. It's not that complicated to understand who we are as human beings and what we're connected to. And if you don't believe that you're about energy and that's what the Holy Spirit is about, and they say ghost, that's energy. You don't think you're part energy? Walk across the floor and touch a door or some carpet and see if you don't get shocked. And you tell me what that is. You tell me when you're like, I'm not going to give them no more of my energy. You don't know what you're saying. How real that is. And if we really put that into practice and not gave people your energy for real and understood that your energy is like money. Put yourself on a budget, an energy budget. Anyway, I want you to know I love you. I don't need to know you. And I really hope that you take heed to the tools. You know what I'm saying? Speak with authority over your life, over your circumstances. You have given